I can see her lying back in her satin dress, in a room where you do what you don't confess. Sundown, you better take care if I find you've been creeping round my back stairs. Sundown, you better take care if I find you've been creeping round my back stairs. She's been looking like a queen in a sailor's dream, and she don't always say what she really means.
Hey, so happy Humber Wednesday. Just a quick update. Or maybe not, I don't know, we'll see how it goes. So this that you just saw poured is my, what am I calling this? 5-hole IPA. You can see it's very clear. And I didn't use gelatin. I didn't even cold crash it. It just kind of ended up this clear, I think, conditioning. But it is a gorgeous beer. This is the clone for Racer 5 IPA, so I call it 5-hole IPA. So right up the middle, hockey, get it? Yeah, between the pads. I love this beer. I really, really love this beer. I think I'm gonna brew this for National Homebrew Convention. I like it so much. But that might be kind of hard, and we'll get into that. So first of all, before I do, I got a cool beer mail, kind of a pleasant surprise from none other than Peerview Brewing. So Josh and Michelle came up here to visit the Dean's List. I guess it was, is it September? Yeah, I think it was September, right after Labor Day weekend. We had some good times, you know, cruising around DC. I think my dog wants upstairs. Anyway, he sent me a couple of barley wines. Very happy with that. My wife absolutely loves his barley wines. And my wife loves her some barley wines. And I think she realized she enjoyed barley wines when she had Josh's barley wine. Now she loves barley wines. So he sent us a couple of barley wines, and they're like 14%. I think they're even higher. I think last time it was 12%. These are 14. She's gonna be a very happy camper. I'm gonna be a very happy camper. We had a barley wine tonight for dinner or Heather did. We went to a pizza place that does Taco Tuesdays, and the barley wine, it was a Brett barley wine, which I thought was kind of cool. I only had a taste of it. She liked it. She didn't like it as much as Josh's barley wine though, but she still drank it nonetheless. So there you go, Josh. Anyway, thank you so much for the beer mail. We really appreciate it, and we really enjoyed you guys visiting. So bad news. The Dean's List will be out of business come January 23rd. January 23rd, they've decided that the 1, 2 incisions I've already had isn't enough, so they're gonna add a third and do another fusion. So that means I'm gonna be out of the net for about 30 days after January 23rd from work. And then before I can brew will probably be another at least a month. So probably February, March. Probably won't be till spring, you know, sometimes after St. Patrick's Day, I would probably guess where I'll be able to brew again. So unless some of you guys that live close to me, Larry and Steven and Mash, come and visit me, and maybe you can help me out, and I can help out where I can, and we can do a cool brew day. You guys can brew my system. That would be kind of cool. Just saying. But good news is, and I thought when I got the results back on the MRI that I was out of the woods, but neurosurgeon said nope. So that's, you know, the good news is they don't have to do the, sorry. Anyway, my dog had to get upstairs. So yeah, so I thought that I might have to do the thing where they go in from the back, and I thought they might have to do the thing where they come in through the back and, you know, saw through your bone and all that stuff. I don't think they're gonna have to. I think they have to fuse C5 and so I've already, okay, I probably haven't talked about the specifics of this, but I have issues with my spinal cord being compressed, both along the length of the spinal cord and in the nerves that shoot out. So they've already, the first time they fused C5 to C6, then they came back and said, okay, now we need to fuse C5 all the way down to T1, which is a 3-level fusion. Now they're gonna go C5 to C4. So it's gonna be C4 all the way down to T1. So basically, most of my neck is gonna be fused together. Right now, I can't really put my chin on my chest. I'm hoping that this C4, C5 isn't gonna keep me from looking up. If it does, then, you know, well, if, you know, my wife will have to get used to no. So anyway, there'll be a lot of Netflix. I'm sure there'll be a lot of Mike Dean on the chat groups. You guys will see the Dean's List a lot more than you're used to seeing on the chat list. But I have to say, it's been pretty busy at work, so it's going to be cool for about a week. You know, it'll be a nice break. But then I'll be bored as hell. So, and I won't be able to brew. So I will not say no to any beer mills that come out. That's a shameless plug for beer mills. But don't send them now. Don't, if you were thinking about sending them now, I'm not saying you have to, I'm not saying you will, but if you do want to send some, wait until, you know, give me a couple of weeks after my surgery, because that'll be when they'll be key. So anyway, what am I at? I'm only at 1 minute and 45 seconds. That's because I've stopped and started this video a couple of times. So anyway, all right, what else? Brewing wise. So I have until 23 January. So I'm probably going to brew, if I had to guess, I would say I'm going to brew 2 to 3 more batches. I want to get my taps filled. I think the 3 taps I have right now, I've got the 5-hole IPA in the middle. I've got the icing, I'm calling it icing Saison. Icing, empty net, I think icing Saison. And then I've got the Event Horizon Imperial Stout. I think those things will be kicked soon. So I'm gonna try to brew 3. Probably only gonna get to 2, but I'm gonna try to brew 3. I'm gonna rebrew this. Yeah, I just love this beer. Best damn IPA I've ever done. I think I might do an old school, because I haven't done old school in a while. And I'm gonna do like a nut brown porter, something, you know, nice and sweet and dark, and so that's gonna be my lineup. I plan on sending out some beer mail soon. I've got some beers ready to go, so I'll do that. And yeah, there's not a whole lot else going on. There is the SJ Pork competition, I believe, is going to be hitting. There's also the, you know, I think I got to start planning out if I'm going to do the Cherry Blossom competition. Think about sending some beers in for that. And then I have the National Homebrew Convention, or the National Homebrew Competition. So I got to think about, I'm not sure the dates on that. I don't remember last year when I had to have the beers done. So I need to look at those dates and make sure this, you know, couple of months off from brewing isn't going to screw me over. So anyway, that's it. That's a Homebrew Wednesday for this week. It's really short. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, that's enough. I love December. December is busy at work. I usually have good beers on tap, which I do right now, at least until they're kicked, which will be soon. And you got the family. I got Christmas lights. I love Christmas lights on the house. I don't know why. It's a pain in the ass putting them up, but once they're up, I enjoy it. I love, you know, in the evening, the last thing I do is everyone's already in bed. I go upstairs after whatever it is I'm doing down here. I'm usually doing something. And then I go up, and then the Christmas tree is on, and I get to go look at the Christmas trees, like the soft glow lights in the evening, and it just makes me happy. I love this time of year. I turn off the Christmas lights. It's the last thing I do before I go to bed, and I really love Christmas season. I really love it. It makes me happy, makes me feel good, makes me, you know, think about being nice to other folks, and you know, yeah, it's just a good time of year. So anyway, today is December 11th. It's a special day for me because this day, 15 years ago, wow, it's been 15 years, lost one of my paratroopers under my command in Ramadi, Iraq, to a vehicle-borne IED. He was a good hero. He was a, you know, I'll keep his name anonymous right now because I don't want to share that. But he was a very, very very awesome soldier, brave young man. Didn't have to deploy with me. I was his company commander, and I actually brought him in and said, hey, you're scheduled to separate from service. You've done multiple deployments. You don't have to go out on this mission with us. But he was the kind of guy that said, no, sir, I can't leave my team. He came with us, and some coward bastard in Iraq killed him with an IED. And it was December 11th. His last action was to yell and try to warn his fellow paratroopers, and they jumped out of the way before the bomb went off. So December 11th, 2003, Ramadi, Iraq, this happened, and it's always a rough day. It's always a rough day of the year for me. But you know what? I have tried to spend the rest of my life earning the sacrifice that he gave. So anyway, cheers to that young man. Okay, sorry to end on a sad note, but listen, have yourself a happy Homebrew and have a very, very happy Homebrew Wednesday. Cheers.